My philosophy for the use of technology has always been for it to be contextual. And I say this to mean that no matter how amazing you build a platform that maybe functions on Android or iOS, if the target person who you are saying should use that platform doesn't have, the right skill sets in terms of no, the right tool sets, not skills, tool sets, it won't work. And I'll
True.
explain. If you look at again data of the number of smartphone ownership in Nigeria, I think the last I saw is less than 50 million. I think,
Mhm.
subject to verification. But if you look at the number of SIM ownership in terms of how many people own SIMs, meaning that how many people own phones, whether they are smart or future phones, it's above 200 million.
Mhm.
So what that means is that while the smartphone penetration, which is of course very critical side by side with internet infrastructure, meaning that if you have a smartphone in a village that doesn't have access to internet, and what you need to do requires the internet, there's nothing for you. So
True.
we now need to ask ourselves that for where we are, if a solution, for instance, is targeting the rural community and is going to be mobile driven. So it's a thinking that because when we started, the first version was purely relying on our smart devices. So we had to
Oh,
now, factor in, for instance, the livestock farmers in rural communities that don't have access to the internet. And that's when we now built a USSD that, because we know that in terms of penetration, it's happening. There are network maths. So in my village, even though somebody doesn't have a smartphone, he can make a call. So if the person can make a call, the person can do a USSD cash transfer, then the person should be able to also do a USSD request for um, you know, um, animal care services.